there was the House of Unity. There was someone here representing Mr. Eddie Abrams, who has moved to Texas. However, he has come back to the Bay Area last week to start a community organization connection, where they're connecting all of the community organizations so that they work together rather than independently and autonomously. And is that speaker here who was going to share a comment or two about that? Because Congresswoman Barbara Lee was going to work with that effort. Are you here? Please come to the microphone. Please come to the microphone. Yeah, because we wanted to get this, make sure that this message gets out, because it's about collaborating, coming up to the microphone, please, and making sure that people hear the messages that we are sending, because so often messages are out there, but we're not always getting them. We get it, it's not helping us to take advantage. And could you tell your name, please?
Good evening. My name is Calvin Young. I'm a board member of Eddie Abrams' House of Unity. This is Mr. Vernell Crittenden. He was not at that initial meeting, so he's probably less informed than I am on that issue. We did meet. We had what we considered as a good turnout, and Eddie has wanted to do this for quite some time. He's always wanted a situation where all of the Black organizations, active organizations in this area, come together and do some things under one roof. We started that on the 18th, and as the lady indicated, we have a scheduled event for September the 6th, and we're hoping to have Congresswoman Barbara Lee as the keynote speaker. In the meantime, we're in the process of putting this new organization together and getting the committees started. That's pretty much all I can share with you at this point. And we did come on it as we have.
If I could. Thank you. I just wanted to take a moment, first of all, to thank Dr. Cannon for giving us this opportunity. And my name is Vernell Crittenden. I serve as the Executive Director of the Family Resource House of Unity since Eddie Abrams has relocated to Texas. And this has been something that we've been talking about for years as far as with Eddie, wanting to find a mechanism that we can bring African-American organizations all under one roof, networking with one another, although they are still able to operate independently as far as carrying out their own programs, but yet we begin to unify and pull our resources together. And this is the beginning of it. We'll be sending out some emails so that we can we'll be scheduling for an event that will be involving Congresswoman Barbara Lee on September the 6th. Her office confirmed that she would be available for that date. And so we're really trying to move forward. We were fortunate and blessed to have about 18 organizations that showed up at our first meeting, and we're going to be continuing to build, and I'm hoping to see some of your faces there to support us as well. Thank you.
This is fantastic. And the other thing that Mr. Abrams has contributed, he has been honored over and over again with the Allensworth project, which is about the first Black town in California. He took busloads, I think 22 busloads went down with him from Oakland. They had never been down there before until Mr. Abrams got that in motion when he became the president of the Allensworth Association. And then last year he brought, for their 100-year celebration of Allensworth, I believe it was, he had the celebration at Merritt College at the top of the hill, because I think there was a difficulty of getting enough buses. The buses had gone up in their price, so they couldn't get enough buses. They couldn't afford it to go down the Allensworth. But the Allensworth project is a phenomenal project too, which shows about a family that pulled this house, our whole community together over a period of time. And also Dr. Eleanor Ramsey, I found out, did a lot of her research about the Allensworth project. Would you stand, please? She's one of our members. She's a Consortium of Doctors member. And she did part of her anthropology doctorate studies on Allensworth, as I understand it, and a picture of her appears in the documentary book by Alice Royal. It's a fantastic revelation. I was looking and I said, oh, there's Dr. Eleanor Ramsey. And she has contributed to every project that we have done as a consortium. She's responsible for our website. How many of you have pulled up our website and looked at it? the Consortium of Doctors.wmv. If you do that, you'll be able to pull up our history and all the things we've been doing since 1991, when it was founded by Dr. Abigail Jordan. Dr. Jordan will be speaking to you at some point tonight. At this point, I would like to, as we start, you probably will notice that I'm at the top here in the presiding position, trying to get us started, and I wanted to do a few introductions and acknowledgments. And the acknowledgement of the House of Unity was one that I wanted to start out with, because Mr. Abrams has been working with the Black family from the very beginning. He brought Dr. Clark, those of you who remember him, he was so famous for his work on the family. And then he brought people to the House of Unity of all age groups. He brought the principals of the Oakland schools. And then he worked with the teenagers. He was always trying to get the different parts of the family to work together. And he came from a very strong